Did the Iron Dome explode when there were no $10 Hamas missiles in front of it? Indeed, why did the Iron Dome, which has successfully blocked more than 7,000 rockets to date and is Israel's greatest guarantee as an impenetrable system, not work in Iran's latest attack? How did Iran succeed? In order to understand this, you first need to know what the Iron Dome is. Of course, there is no invisible or Iron Dome surrounding all of Israel as you might think. The name of this defense system is Iron Dome, a short-range air defense system developed by Israel, which has few equivalents in the world. The aim is to protect cities, civilians, strategic points, mortars, rockets, and some short-range missiles. The story of the Iron Dome actually dates back to the 2006 Lebanon War. Israel was attacked hundreds of times by Hezbollah rockets, and civilian areas were severely damaged at that time. This showed that there was a major gap in the defense doctrine. Thus, the Rafael Defense Company and the Israeli Ministry of Defense began developing this system with financial support from the US. It became active in 2011, and since then, it has been Israel's greatest guarantee. Its success rate is incredible. It reaches 90%. It has warded off Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iranian attacks to date. But why didn't it work in the last attack? Iran hit Tel Aviv, the heart of Israel. First, let's clear up some confusion and misinformation. When most people hear that Israel's air defenses have been breached, they immediately think of the Iron Dome as having failed. However, ballistic missiles and unmanned aerial vehicles were used in the last Iranian attacks. That's why systems like the Arrow 3, Patriot, and David Sling took on most of the work. I'll get to how these systems work in a moment. The Iron Dome only served against some short-range munitions coming under this reign. The system that was breached was not the Iron Dome, but systems operating at higher levels. The real success is not penetrating the Iron Dome. The success is that Iran was able to penetrate more complicated systems designed with even better technology. There are different systems for different threats in Israel's layered air defense system. Let's get to know them. After the Iron Dome that we already mentioned, David Sling comes next. It can stop medium-range rockets and cruise missiles. It is there for more sophisticated attacks that may come from actors like Hezbollah. Arrow 2 and Arrow 3 are there for long-range ballistic missiles. This is the system that was expected to provide the main protection in this attack but failed. It is normally used against intercontinental threats that may come from countries like Iran. There is also THAAD. This is a system deployed by the US. It is for missiles at very high altitudes, especially those with the potential to carry nuclear warheads. And finally, Patriot PAC-3. It is for both aircraft and some types of ballistic missiles. It is usually used as the last line of defense. This multi-layered and well-planned Iranian attack was carried out by simultaneously launching ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, drones, and short-range rockets. The number of missiles launched exceeded 300. For this reason, American and Israeli air defenses have become almost helpless against K-bar-Shekin missiles. The reason is that hypersonic missiles travel at speeds 5 times faster than sound. They can change direction in the final stages. In other words, they have maneuverability. This is very challenging for current radar and interceptor systems. In some videos, we see a missile launched from Isfahan hitting a strategic place like Haifa. Isfahan is a city close to the center of Iran. The military base and missile test areas are here. Haifa is in the north of Israel. The distance between these 2 points is approximately 1,200 to 1,400 kilometers. The Iranian missile named K-bar-Shekin covers this distance in only 7 minutes. In other words, its average speed is approximately 750 miles per hour. This puts the missile in the hypersonic category. As you can see, it is also important that Iran's reaction is much stronger and more effective than before in the seriousness of the war. Of course, Iran did not only use K-bar-Shekin in this attack. There were also short and medium-range ballistic missiles launched at the same time, such as Emad, Zulfiqar, Dezful, Hessa Shahid 136, drones, and even other hypersonic test missiles called Fatah. So this was not just an attack, but a live exercise of Iran's missile capacity. Iran's direct strike on Tel Aviv shows that the wars in the region are no longer proxy wars. This is turning into a direct state-to-state match. And most importantly, the security promise Israel made to its people is being openly questioned for the first time. The people are now asking, there are so many systems, but our homes can still be targets, people can die. So why? This is how Iran's success came, friends. Thank you for listening.